Durand Bernarr, I don't know what the hell that album was, but that's not you. That's not you. And it's been very hard for me to make this video because first of all, I listened to the album last week, like last Wednesday. And I didn't want to come make this video because it's like, I love your music. I love like, listen, it's nothing like Durand, it's nothing like Wanderlust. Okay, man, I'm a bad bitch, yeah, I'm that nigga. I live for some hooting and hollering Durand. But ever since you won that Grammy, which I'm so fucking proud of you, okay? And it's not the fact of that Durand can't sing his fucking face off, because he can. And he's one of my favorite artists. That's why I'm making this video. It's less about, now for me, when I'm listening to his music, it's less about I'm a star, pay attention to me, and more about where he is emotionally, spiritually, especially I think he did a mixed album. And what's the other one? I think it was an EP with the car on it. It's something like a stop. Yeah. What's a shit-tastic game? A little bit of this, a little bit of this. Okay, welcome back to another video. We talk about music reviews, dance videos, reactions, etc. We talk about all that shit. Today we're talking about Durand Bernarr's new album, Bernarr, and my disconnect with it. Now I know I say I got a disconnect, but I got half of the album on my. I didn't save half the album. I just feel like when I listen to Wanderlust, well, his albums in general, they're strong bodies of work. They mean something. They're saying something, and I feel like Bernarr, I'm sorry, is saying something too. It's just those songs don't stick out to me. Now I found myself. Fire. My Life, all I thought was Mary J. Blige, but fire. Soft with Khalid, fire. Bloom, we already heard it. That was a single, fire. Waiting, Big Sean. Okay, we're gonna talk about Kehlani's album too, but Big Sean has been doing amazing like features lately. Effort, Sharp. Sugar Family is such a real song. Homesick, Sleep is fire. Undivided is fire. So I feel like I'm kind of eating my words, but it didn't come across to me like a Wanderlust, like a Durand. I gotta find a name for the EP. Oh, or Bloom, because Bloom. But the EP that I was talking about was in rap. Even Soundcheck, okay? Even in London Bridge. Okay, I've been struggling to contain. Okay, already said your name. It said, ooh, oh. Like his music just moves me. Like it's just so good. But now that I have listed some of the tracks that I'm really like inspired by him on that album Bernarr, it was good. It's just it's not hitting like the others. And honestly, I must say, it's not like, and I'm gonna say this a million times, it's not like his other projects that pull me in instantly, that gives me personality, that gives me humor, that gives me what I think I know of Durand. It's very much a more mature album. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was watching his Poor Minds podcast, when he went on the podcast with T.S. Madison, it just feels like a very more mature place. And maybe that's why it kind of feels boring to me. And boring is like a really strong word, but I found myself, I don't know, maybe I was looking for something more powerful. And maybe that's why I feel like I need to sit with the album a little bit longer. You get what I'm saying? I really do think that I need to digest it a little bit more because, like I said, it is bops on there. I found myself Effort, Sharp, Sugar Family, Sleep, Undivided, especially Soft with Khalid is amazing. You know, and I think that even I was wondering why Destin Conrad or Durand Bernarr wasn't on Kehlani's album. That really confused me because they're really in the same space, R&B. And maybe because it wasn't so chaotic, it was more smooth, more jazzy, more funky, more, I don't know, maybe I'll be looking for more chaotic energy out of Durand, you know, because to me that's how he comes across offline and online, excuse me. And a lot more of his music, you know, in his previous albums is very and he gave that, but he gave very mature runs, very specific. You can tell he really wanted a specific direction when he was creating this body of work. I respect his craft. I respect his Grammy win, which was so deserving. He deserves so many more. And he's so talented, but I do think that this album is going to take me a couple more listens to listen to. I think that my brain and so many other maybe reviewers, I'm not sure, but this is just an assumption. When we listen to music nowadays, we're listening to what's the catchiest beat or what's the catchiest phrase or something that I can stem. We don't listen to, like Beyonce said, we don't make albums anymore. We put out singles and we look for the next single and the next single. And I feel like Durand Bernarr has finally captured that moment in his career where just take everything away from the other albums. Okay, I'm speaking directly about Bernarr. I feel like this is not a TikTok grab, a hoot and holler, have a kiki moment. This is very much mature. This is where I am in my life. And I think he's in the movement of like healing, you know what I'm saying? And he's always been about that. But you can really tell that it was intentional with this album not to be such a grabby grab. You know what I'm saying? It was really sit down, maybe get your peach flower, maybe have some wine, or maybe get up in 2 steps of effort. But it was very intentional for this sound. You get what I'm saying? And I can appreciate that. Every body of work that you create is not supposed to sound the same. You're supposed to grow, evolve, and do different things with, your voice. And I think he perfectly encapsulates. I think he perfectly captured, the embodiment of that. And I think that my brain is just so used to a TikTok sound or something that's quick or get up or what's the song you got? Woo! Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, I know you might be a little taken back just from where I stand. Like, I was looking for something like that. And, I think I found myself, that track is kind of like what embodies this record that he created. And I can appreciate that because I found myself, he was singing on there. And if you're going to be what the public has named him as a son of Prince, then you really have to create bodies of work that are not, have a couple tracks on the album but you have to really have something that sit down and say, like he's really speaking in this record, which he has plenty of those. And like I said, it just didn't connect over well. Now the songs are great. You get what I'm saying? They're just not. I'm a bad bitch. It's. I just gotta have a couple more listens, y'all. Like I said, it's not a bad album or a terrible listen. It's just you gotta think. You gotta really listen to what he's saying and understand what he's talking about. So if I parasocially know Durand Bernarr, like I think I know Durand Bernarr, he purposely, made this record this way. But let me know, did you like Bernarr on the first listen, or did you like have to listen a couple times like me, or did you not like it at all? Because I seen some comments on Twitter that was like they just can't get into Durand Bernarr's music, and I don't understand how you can't get into his music because he has bops. So make sure you get down in the comments below and let me know, especially if you like music reviews like this. If Durand Bernarr's your cup of tea, I review artists like that all the time, and of course I review artists like Trim and the little bops and all that kind of things. But I think Durand Bernarr is one of those soulful artists that is here to stay for a long time. So make sure to like this video. Make sure to follow me, subscribe, share this video with your mama, daddy, uncle, and auntie. Okay, make sure to leave a purple heart in the comments. Okay, over here because we show love. And make sure to hype this video. And if nobody told you all year, all month, all week, all day, I love you. Make sure to stream Durand Bernarr's music on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, SoundCloud, Apple Music, YouTube music videos, YouTube lyric videos. Okay, buy his album, buy his merch. I think did he just get out tour? Or I seen something where he linked over to this woman and he was like, yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, make sure that you're out there. You're streaming all his music. All his music is really wonderful. And make sure you stream his most recent album, Bernarr. Okay? And I will catch you all in the next review. Stay tuned for that Kaylani review. Is coming up next.